Hello, welcome. Today, we're gonna do a tutorial on how to make orange juice. So the first thing you need for this is 1 or 2 oranges, depending on the amount you want. I'm gonna try it with just one. I have a backup just in case. So then the next thing you'll need is a blender, and that'll be pretty much it. So yeah, guys, before we get started, just make sure you follow my Twitter account, Nicholas Cagemus, and on there I post updates on my next videos and other important stuff. So make sure you follow my Twitter account. Alright, so the first thing you're going to need to do is peel the orange. So it's best to do this and try and keep the skin as intact as possible, because this will actually make up the pulp of the orange juice. So you want to pull out the little green part on top first. That's what I usually do. And sort of just start peeling away. Like get your fingers in there. You'll get a little under your nails, but you can wash your hands after if you really need to. Yeah, it's not the easiest thing, especially the oranges I have. They're very large, Hey guys, I'm back. So I finished peeling the orange. So as you can see, there's a lot of like skin residue, which is totally fine. In the blender, that's all it's all really gonna be mixed together. I prefer to do these parts separately though, just so that it keeps up the consistency, because this needs to be blended a lot more for it to really work. So yeah, so once you have this peeled, you have a big pile of skin, and yeah, so what you're gonna do, you're gonna actually put it in the blender. So I'm gonna pause it and I'll be right back, and we're gonna go to the blender, and I'm gonna show you guys how it's done. Hey guys, so I'm back. So over here, I just have this standard blender. I don't really know the brand or anything. Oh, well, it's a Black & Decker. So this isn't really important. You just want to get a blender. Obviously, it has to have a lid. So what you're gonna do first, it really doesn't matter what you start with. For me, I like to start with the skin, because this stuff takes a lot longer to blend. So you just sort of put the skin in there. Get it all. Then you just kind of put the lid back on. Make sure it's tight and secure, because you don't want orange skin flying everywhere. That's not fun for anyone. Yeah, big mess. So yeah, once you get this secured, all you're gonna do is it really depends on what you want. So one method that people have done is click the ice crush option, because that really does it. But a lot of people just blend. The blend option really, that's the one I'm gonna do. It just blends it up. So we're gonna blend up the orange skin. So as you can see, it's really hard to do. You're gonna have to constantly kind of readjust it, remix it around, because it's not exactly a perfect method. So you're gonna have to kind of, and eventually, once it gets a little blended, what you do, you put the orange in with it, and then it goes a little faster. So that's pretty well blended. It's not perfect, but when you add the orange, like I said, it works a lot better. So now what you do, some people like to peel up each thing. I usually don't, but just for how a lot of people do it, they usually like kind of pull it apart, um, you know, break it up a little bit into a couple pieces. Doesn't really matter that much. It's all getting blended. It does make the blending a little easier. So you're just gonna kind of break it apart, maybe. This, like, you can really do this in any order, and it will work. I like putting the skin in first just to get it a little jump start because the skin takes a while. But once you get this in, it adds kind of a liquid. It makes it go a lot faster. And sometimes, which we have to be honest with ourselves. A lot of these companies, like even my favorite brands for orange juice, they definitely do water down their orange juices. I think part of this is to save money, but I think another part is it makes it easier to go in the blender. Yeah, so now you just kind of stick the lid on. So what I do is, if it's a really rough orange like this one, it's like very strong, if you haven't noticed. I will tend to maybe add like a cup of water, nothing too much, just to make it a little easier to blend. But all right, so let's blend this. So as you can see, it's really not blending well. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go get a cup, fill it with water, like a cup, maybe a cup and a half. We'll see. Add it. So I'll be right back. Hey guys, so I'm back. I have my cup of water, but before I add it, I'm gonna just sort of move it around a bit. This really does help. Kind of mix it up with your hands. Don't be afraid to get a little messy. It's a lot of fun to make orange juice. So now it's mixed up a little bit, and I'm gonna just pour in. This is exactly 1 cup of water. So this will hopefully help it, the flow of it a little better, make it a little easier. Alright, so now we put it back on the top. And really make sure, I like to hold this down because I've heard stories of people letting go and the whole blender explodes. We don't really want that be a big mess. So we're just gonna, we got a little water, we mix it up a little bit. Now let's try it again. I've done this before many times. This is just a very particularly hard orange. Yeah, usually I would say it doesn't really matter the type of orange, but in this case, it's actually affecting it. But it's fine, we can still do it. So now we just click blend. And now, now you can see, after adding a little water, mixing up a little bit, it really does work. So we're gonna just blend it a little more. It's pretty chunky in there. It would be good to not make it super pulpy. That's sort of what the skin's there for. But if it's too chunky, it's not really a drink anymore. It's more like a yogurt or something. So we're gonna keep blending. Alright, so here's the orange juice. Consistency looks pretty good. Yeah, got pretty good orange juice. So I'm going to pour a glass and we're going to try it. Hey guys, welcome back. So one thing I forgot to mention. Sometimes it's nice to add a little bit of sugar, This is something, obviously, a lot of orange juice companies do. Gives it more flavor, more sugar, obviously. So yeah, I'm going to just pour a little bit in, and then we don't really need to blend that. We can just kind of mix it around with the spoon a little bit, and it should be fine. So yeah, Let me just grab a spoon. I'll be right back. Had a little gunk on it, but I washed it off. It should be good now. Yeah, this is not the spoon I would normally be using. Just for time purposes, we're just gonna use this one. It's got a great consistency. Yeah, guys. So you can make it with two, and they'll get you kind of full blender about, if you can tell. Yeah, guys. I'll check back in once I'm done. Alright, guys. So I finished mixing in the sugar. So now we're gonna just pour a cup and try it for ourselves. Yeah, so one thing I'm noticing, this is a lot more, how do I say, chunky. It's almost like it's, not a yogurt, but yeah, it's a very chunky, or it's just like a lot of pulp. Normally I would not have made it this consistency, but for time purposes, I couldn't spend a long time blending it. But it's still going to taste great nonetheless, so let's try it. Very good. Yeah, guys, so very, it tastes kind of like an orange with a little sugar. You can definitely taste the pulp. Very, very strong taste on the pulp. But it's got a good flavor, It's, yeah. Highly recommend.
It's 17 hours.
Highly recommend. Great drink. Yeah, just gonna go for another sip and then probably call it a day. Yeah, it's really strong, but it's really good, guys. Like, try it yourself. Yeah, guys. Yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Yeah, and comment and like and subscribe. And as I mentioned earlier, make sure to check out my Twitter account, Nicholas Cagemus. I'll leave a link to it down below. Yeah, guys, keep on party rocking out there. And let me know if anyone tries this recipe at home. I'm excited to hear what other people think. I think it was really good. Really, really good. I loved it a lot. It's like how I made it has similar consistency to like oatmeal, but at home you should try mashing it all the way up in the blender, blending it all the way up. It'll probably be a lot better. This was still great. Really love this. I'm gonna drink this all day. Yeah, this will last me a long time. Not really, because I'm gonna drink it so fast. Yeah, guys. Thanks for watching. Yeah, and like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, check out my Twitter account. Link down below. Thank you.